Hello and good morning to all of you. So in today's class what we are going to discuss. So this is Vijayam Physics classes by Siraj Kumar sir. So today we are going to discuss graphical representation of motion. So usually in kinematics graphs plays an important role. So today we are going to start our discussion with what is a graph. See carefully, see graph is nothing but a two-dimensional graph. It's nothing but having an x-axis and a y-axis. Okay, and here say the motion, see in the last classes we discussed about displacement, velocity and acceleration. The displacement, velocity and acceleration, all these things are changing with respect to time. So usually, suppose if we take a graph, say in a graph what we'll do, on x-axis we'll keep the dependent variables. Okay, see here on the x-axis what we'll keep, the dependent variable. Okay, and here on the y-axis what we'll do, here we'll keep the dependent variable, here we'll keep the independent variable and here we'll keep the dependent variable. See here for example, say let us say on x-axis we have independent variable. See this independent variable means what? Like time. See, time does not depend upon velocity, but velocity depends upon time. So usually on x-axis will represent time. So if you look at the y-axis, on y-axis what we'll do, we'll keep the dependent variable. Dependent variable means like velocity, acceleration, pressure. So all the things which are variable which depends upon the dependent variable. So we'll keep on y-axis. Okay, so this is called as a graph. So in a graph is important because see based on the graph we can represent the entire change in a simple diagram. That is the basic purpose of the graph. Now let us look at the various types of graphs what we have. See here suppose if you look at the graph, there are basically three different models will be there in the graph. So what are the three different models in the graph? See the first one. So the first model graph, see in the first model graph, suppose let us say, I already told you y and x. See if y is directly proportional to x. Remember this is independent, this is dependent. If the x value increases, then y value also increases. If the x value decreases, then y value also decreases. So that is a directly proportional. So in the directly proportional, how the graph will be? See usually the graph of a directly proportional graph will be, suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis. See the graph will be a straight line. Okay, the graph will be a straight line passing through origin or may not pass through origin also, no problem. But usually y is directly proportional to x. So this is the directly proportional graph. Directly proportional graph. So in a directly proportional graph, see y is directly proportional. See if the x value increases, y value also increases. And also see carefully here we have some angle it is making here. This is theta. Suppose let us look at 2 points here on the graph. So let us say this is the point x, this is the point y. So here the coordinate of this one will be x and y. Then here see this is the y component is y, the x component is x. Then see what is the slope of this? See the slope of this one will be y component by x component. Okay, the slope of this value will be what? It's a y component by x component. Or we can also say the tan theta. See tan theta is equal to y by x, or the slope of this equation, or the slope of this particular graph. So the slope shows what? The slope shows how the value is changing. Okay, how the value of y is changing with respect to x. I think in the last class we also discussed about the dy by dx. The dy by dx is nothing but it's a slope. The slope of this particular graph. Okay, this is the directly proportional graph. Or if not, see we also have another graph. This is called y is inversely proportional to x. Okay, see y is inversely proportional to x means what? Suppose the graph, see how the graph will be for this one. Here in this case, see regarding y is inversely proportional to x, see here what we have. Suppose if the y value Suppose if the x value is increasing, then y value decreases. And if the x value is decreasing, then the y value increases. So that is the inversely proportional graph. What is this one? This one is called inversely proportional graph. Regarding inversely proportional graph, let's see what we have here. Y is inversely proportional to x. Means what? See, the graph will be a hyperbolic curve. Means what? See, x value is less, y value is more. Okay, see, are you observing here? See, here in this case, see, observe here carefully. If the x value is less, the y value is maximum. If the x value is more, see, the y value is less. Okay, so that is why this is called inversely proportional graph. Okay, are you following? So what I am saying is, see here we got two types of graphs here. Either it may be directly proportional graph or maybe inversely proportional graph. And here x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. If it is directly proportional, then the graph is a straight line. If it is inversely proportional, then the graph is a hyperbolic curve. Now see, let us look at another one. See, this is called as suppose see, okay, now see here, observe here carefully. See, observe here carefully. Suppose let us look at the third one. So in this third one, see carefully here. Suppose y is directly proportional to x square. If the y is directly proportional to x square, then see, look at the graph. See how the graph is, this one is y, this one is x. Okay, then you see what kind of graph will be this. See, let us observe here carefully here. Suppose let us look at, now in this one there are two possibilities will be there regarding y is directly proportional to x square. If y is directly proportional to x square, there are two possibilities are there. See, this is possibility 1 and this one is possibility 2. Okay, see, let us say this one is y, this one is x. So what are the two possibilities? Say either it may be an increasing graph. Either it may be an increasing graph or it may be a decreasing graph. Either increasing or decreasing graph. So how it will be increasing graph? See carefully, see if the graph is like this. See, remember this one is a parabolic curve. It is a parabolic curve. See, y is directly proportional to x square shows what? It's a parabolic curve. And it may be an increasing one or it may be a decreasing one. Okay, then how you can say it is an increasing one? See, let us look at this point. See, let us look at this point. See carefully here. Suppose here if I mention, see what is the slope of this one? Let us say it is theta 1. Now see, let us look at another point. See, let us observe here. What is the angle here? See, this is theta 2. Well, in this one, see, theta 2 is greater than theta 1. If theta 2, see, what is theta here? I already told you this is nothing but slope. See, if the slope is increasing, see here the slope is increasing in this case. Now see, look at this one. See here at this point, see, let us say this one is theta 1 and see carefully here it is theta 2. Now observe here carefully here in this case what? See, theta 1 is greater than theta 2. Or we can say theta 2 is less than theta 1. If theta 2 is greater than theta 1, see in the graph, then what you can see, it is an increasing graph. So if the theta 1 is greater than theta 2 or theta 2 is less than theta 1, then what you can say, it is a decreasing graph. But in both the cases, what the formula to be applied? The y is directly proportional to x square. If y is directly proportional to x square, what kind of curve is this? It's a parabolic curve. And if the theta value is increasing, then you can say it is an increasing graph. If the theta value is decreasing, then you can say it is a decreasing graph. Or here in this case, the slope is decreasing, here the slope is increasing. So based on that, you can say whether it is increasing or decreasing. See, all these three models we are going to use in kinematics. The kinematics, the graphical representation of motion. Okay, are you following, sir, what I am saying here? Okay, see here, so we are in discussing about the graphs. Okay, see here, there are basically in kinematics, there are basically three types of graphs will be there. See here, one is called as the displacement time graph. The second one is called as velocity time graph. And the third one is called as the acceleration time graph. Okay, see here, there are three types of graphs will be there. See, one is the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, acceleration time graph. Okay, so let us start with the displacement time graph. See, regarding displacement time graph, see carefully here. Suppose let us look at the various situations. Suppose here let us say the graph is given like this. Suppose this is displacement, this is time. I already told you time is independent variable, displacement is dependent variable. So dependent variable always on y-axis and independent variable on x-axis. Okay, see S and T. Suppose let us say they gave the graph like this. Now tell me what does it shows? See, this one shows what here? See, this one shows the displacement is not changing at all. No change in displacement means what? The body is at rest. See, when the body is at rest, then the displacement doesn't change. And also see the slope here. See, if you look at the slope here, see here, suppose now tell me what is the slope of this one. See, tan theta is 0 here. Why 0? Because the y component is not changing at all. See carefully, S2 minus S1 by T2 minus T1. See, S2 and S1 are same. Therefore, it is 0. See, the slope of this one is 0. Means what? Suppose in this case, see, based on the slope also we can say what kind of graph is this? Or what is the position of that particular here? Okay, so here regarding this, the body is at rest. Now look at another situation. Okay, are you following, sir? See, keep it in pause and you can see what I have drawn here. Now see, look at the second case. So in this case, see, let us say the graph is given like this. If the graph is given like this, then what does it shows? See, it shows that, see carefully, see there the theta is there. See, there the change is there. See, remember the theta is uniform here. So therefore what you can say, it is uniform velocity. So what does this graph shows? It's a uniform velocity. So if it is a uniform velocity, then what is the acceleration? The acceleration is 0. Why? Because there is no change in velocity. Velocity is constant. The displacement is changing, but velocity is not changing. See, every time the theta is constant. The theta is constant. So therefore what you can say, it's going with uniform velocity and its acceleration is 0. Okay? Are you following, sir, what I am saying in the second graph? And here, see, what is the slope of this one? See here, what is tan theta here? It's nothing but y component by x component. But what is y component here? Displacement by time, nothing but velocity. So it shows it's a uniform velocity. Okay? Now see, let us look at another graph. So let us look at another graph. Suppose, see, let us say they are given like this. See here, see the C. The graph, see in the displacement time graph. See in the displacement time graph, see, let us look at this one. See in this one, let us say they are given a graph like this. Now can you say what is this one? See in this one, if you observe carefully here, see it's a parabolic curve. So regarding parabolic curve, so what is it? See, S is directly proportional to T square. But if you observe carefully here, see what about theta here? See, this one shows it's a parabolic curve. And see, observe here carefully here. Suppose if you look at the theta 1 and see this one is what? This is theta 2. Now tell me theta 1 is greater than theta 2. Now tell me what does this graph shows here? So what does this graph shows here? See, the graph shows here is nothing but it's a deceleration graph. Okay, see here, what is this graph here? This is deceleration, or we can say it's a negative acceleration. So how can you say it is a negative acceleration? Because the slope is decreasing. The slope is decreasing, and also S is directly proportional to T square, and also say S is equal to ut plus half at square. If you substitute there, then you can say, see, the acceleration is negative here. So it's a negative acceleration because the slope is decreasing here. Now see, let us look at another graph here. See carefully in the same one. So let us look at another one. This you can answer very easily. Suppose look at the graph like this. This one is displacement. This one is time. Now tell me in this case what is happening here? No, you can say very easily. See, this is theta 1, and what about this one? This one is theta 2. Now tell me theta 2 is greater than theta 1. Now tell me what is this, increasing or decreasing? So definitely this is an increasing graph. So as it is an increasing graph, so what you can say, see, it's nothing but acceleration here. Or you can say positive acceleration. Why it is positive? Because the slope is increasing. See, gradually the slope is increasing here. So in the displacement time graph, you can show acceleration. How you can show? By keeping a parabolic curve. Okay, are you following, sir, what I am saying here? So here, either it may be uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means what? A uniform velocity means what? See, the graph is a straight line passing through origin. If it is acceleration means what? It's a parabolic curve. Suppose now see, look at another graph in the displacement time graph. So this is displacement, this is time. Suppose they have given graph like this. Okay, now tell me what does this one shows? Tell me what does this one shows here? See, regarding this one, see, there is one problem in there. See, actually this is called an impossible graph. Why? Suppose if I draw a straight line here. See, at this time, see, there are two positions are there. At same time, two positions are impossible. So that's why this is impossible graph. Okay, means a graph itself is a wrong one, or it is not possible at all. Okay, see here this graph. See, this graph is not at all possible here. Okay, are you following, sir, what I am saying here? This graph is not at all possible. Now, similarly, let us look at the velocity time graphs. See, what is velocity time graph? So, if you are not understanding, keep pause, come back and see. Now, see the second one. See the velocity time graphs. See, here regarding velocity time graph, see carefully here. Suppose if you see this velocity and time. Suppose if I drew like this, let us say this is case number 1. See a velocity time graph. See, observe carefully. See, it is a parallel, means parallel to x-axis. Means what is this v? V is changing. No, v is not changing. If v is not changing means what? That is uniform velocity. It's a uniform velocity. And what is the acceleration here? The acceleration is 0. And similarly, let us say if the graph is like this, suppose this is velocity, this is time. Suppose if they are given like this. Now tell me what this one shows. This is velocity, this is time. See, velocity is changing with respect to time. And here we got a slope also. Means our velocity is changing. So something is changing means what? It is uniform acceleration. It's a uniform acceleration. And here what is the slope of this? The slope is nothing but v by t. Because say y component by x component. And also see one more important thing here. Suppose you see, you can also find the area also here. Suppose if I can find the area of this particular part. Then what is the area gives here? Suppose for example, let us say this one is t and this one is v. Okay, then here what is the area here? See, this is in the shape of a triangle. So half base into height. So half base into height. So here see, this is time, this is velocity. Velocity into time gives what? It's nothing but displacement. So means what? The area under VT graph gives what? The area under VT graph gives displacement. Okay, whereas the slope of this velocity time graph gives what? The slope of velocity time graph gives, it's nothing but acceleration. Okay, two things you need to remember. Okay, are you following, sir, what I am saying here? Now let us say, if the graph is like this. Okay, suppose say, let us say, see the situation 2, this is situation 3. Now say, let us say, if the graph is like this is velocity, this is time. Suppose let us say the graph is like this. If it is like that, means what? Initially more velocity, finally the velocity is 0. As the time is increasing. So this is decreasing one, this is increasing one. And it one shows acceleration, this one shows what? This one shows retardation. Okay, this one shows the retardation. And also see, let us look at another one. Okay, see carefully here. See carefully here, let us look at another one. This one is D. Suppose, let us say the graph is like this. Suppose they give a graph like this is velocity time graph. Then say what is the meaning of this? C means what? It is having some initial velocity u. With an initial velocity u it started, and see the slope of this one again shows what? The slope shows it is having acceleration. And suppose if I have to find the area of this, area gives what? The displacement. Okay, are you following what I am saying? So these are velocity time graphs. Suppose apart from this one, see, let us look at another one. Suppose we have the third one, the important one, that is nothing but acceleration time graph. See the acceleration time graph. See, in the case of acceleration time graph, so there is only one possibility, that is nothing but it's a straight line. Suppose this is the acceleration, this is time. See, acceleration means what? The rate of change of velocity. The acceleration itself is changing. And the acceleration means what? The change. So means what? See, it is not possible to get a graph like this regarding acceleration time. Why? What is the meaning of this? The acceleration itself is changing. See, if the acceleration itself changes, that is called a jerk. What is that is called? That is called a jerk. But usually in general, say for NEET and IIT point of view, most of the sums will come from up to acceleration time graph. Uniform acceleration time graph only we will get. So here what does this one show? This one shows that this is uniform acceleration. Okay, the uniform acceleration. Okay, so here in the next class what I'll do, so how to use the graphs in various problems. Thank you very much.